Okay, last time we just have seen certain examples of cybercrime, computer crimes, right? First one we have seen software piracy, creating duplicate copies of a licensed software is known as a software piracy. Unauthorized access we have seen, gaining access without someone's permission is known as unauthorized access, attempting to get information, hacking, right? Going into someone's account without his permission, those are termed as unauthorized access. Next is copyright violation. A copyright is a legal right that gives the creator of a literary, artistic right to control musical or other creative work, the sole right to publish and sell that work, right? If a person has created some nice painting, okay, some artistic painting, so he is the one who is the creator and he has the rights whether he needs to sell that or he needs to keep it or he needs to publish it, right? It is his art, his piece of work. So he himself solely has the right. If it's a literary, if it's a book he has written, if it's some musical composition, what he has made, right? Certain creative work, what he has done. So all that depends on the author, depends on the one, the creator, right? So copyright is a legal right. It has been given to the creator that without your permission, no one can copy that and no one can make that as others' work. Okay, this is done for the creators. Copyright is the right given to the creator that no one can copy it. Copyright owners have the reproduction of their work, right? They only have the rights. The ones who owns the copy have the rights. If they want to reproduce it, if they want to publish it, they want to make certain copies of it, it's their own rights, including the right to receive the royalty payment for that reproduction, right? If you want to pay or if you want to give it free, what he want to do, it is his totally his wish. So that is a copyright. Okay, but if this is not being done according to the rights, then it is termed as violation. I am breaking the copyright legal right, the right which is there with the creator. I am breaking that and I am using the work illegally. Okay. If the owner has told me to publish or to publish the book, 5 copies of the book, okay, but I have published it 10. So that is a copyright violation, right? Because he told me only 5 you are allowed, but I am doing it 10. Okay. If he told I need to give it free, but if I am charging for it, if I am selling it, that is also a copyright violation, right? If he has done a work and he has given me, told me to keep it, not to sell it, but then I'm selling it, it is also a violation of the copyright what the owner has. Okay, so here it's a small picture. Licensing: when a copyright owner gives permission to a particular party to use the copyrighted work for a specific reason. Okay, you can use my song called so and so, right? So she is the one who has written the song, who has composed the music, and she is telling him that you can use it. Okay, so then he can use it, that is legal. But if she is saying, no, you can't use, you need to pay me this much and then you can use, and he is not paying and using that, that is an illegal thing, right? So licensing is not just on a return matter, it can be for any different work what has been done by a creator, okay, by the author. That is what is copyright violation. Cracking: activities such as decipher codes or passwords and breaking security systems for illegal reason is called cracking, right? Can you see here? Access granted, password hacking techniques. There are certain techniques by which the hackers can hack the password, can hack the account. Okay. So if this is done, then he is cracking up the system, breaking up the security systems, breaking up the camera system, breaking up certain house security system, right? So those comes under cracking. The cracker will use a program or script known as a crack that has been written specifically to do what they are hoping to achieve. Right? You have many different movies coming up, right? Race and all. So in that, you can see they are for stealing purpose. They are cracking all the system securities and they are getting the money, right? So that is under the term cracking. Next is cyberbullying or cyber stalking. Cyber stalking is a criminal practice where an individual uses the internet to systematically harass or threaten someone. Okay, they are using internet to harass someone. If we have certain photos of certain people and we are using those to harass them, okay, to threaten them, to blackmail them, so that is known as cyber stalking. This crime can be perpetrated through emails, can be done through emails, social media sites, chat rooms. They can start with the chat rooms, instant messaging, client, and any other online medium. Okay. So if we can just see criminal acts going on in the college, in the youngsters, right? But this is done through the use of internet. Okay, harassing someone, using someone's photos and publishing it, all that type of stuff is under cyber stalking. Next is phishing. This is a technique of extracting confidential information such as credit card numbers, stealing of credit card numbers, and username, password combos by pretending as a legal enterprise. Phishing is typically carried out by email spoofing. Okay, what do you mean by this? Is email spoofing is they will hack my account password, user ID and password, and they will go through, they will search through my emails. If the emails are having certain bank transactions, certain credit card numbers, what I have saved, what I have transacted, right? So with the help of those, they will steal my confidential data. Okay, that is known as phishing. Next is plagiarism. Plagiarism is presenting someone else's work or idea as your own without their consent. Okay, without consent, concerning them, we are using their work. Now, in the class, if I tell the students to write the programs, if I have given the question and I told them to write the programs or create a project, right? So, what the students, those who don't want, but for marks purpose, what they'll do, they'll steal the other person's work, other person's project, return matter, and they'll just write their name, right? And they will say that it is his work. Now these things are happening. Online documents, what we are sending, right? Online projects, what we are sending. What is being done? The PDF projects, the full PDF is downloaded. Only the first, second page are being turned, are being um, covered up with the other. It was once some other person's name, but I have made it as my name and I have submitted. Right? That is known as plagiarism. Cheating. The widespread use of computers and the advent of the internet has made it easier to plagiarize the work of others, right? Because of this internet, online documents, online submission, because of this, the plagiarism is increasing. For example, plagiarism is found in documents such as essay writing, report writing, project making, etc. So all this, whichever we are sending it through the internet, can be cheated and can be termed as their own work. So that is known as plagiarism, is a theft and it is a cheating. Okay. Next is hacking. Hacking refers to unauthorized intrusion into a computer or a network. What do you mean by hacking? Hacking refers to unauthorized intrusion. He is not authorized, but still he is intruding, he is coming inside the account and he is getting the uh, uh, data which is being stored in the computer. Okay. Hacker is a person intensely interested in the deep and hidden or concealed working of any computer operating system and programming language. Okay, he is very interested. If he is a hacker, we can't say he is an illiterate person. No, he is a person who has a very deep knowledge. Okay, very deep knowledge of the computer and the operating system and the programming languages, because if he has the knowledge of this, then only he can crack those, right? So it's not that he is an illiterate, but he's a literate and he is a computer literate person. They might discover loopholes within the system and reasons for such loopholes, right? So if they are going through any software, they'll see what some loopholes. What do you mean by loopholes is somewhere he might have not taken any security measures. Okay, one file is missing or something like that. Somewhere he might have not seen, or he is like, okay, here no one will come. This is the password. No one will hack it. No one will see it. So I'm just least bothered. Okay, but those loopholes are being seen by the hacker, and from there only he will try and take all the information. Okay, hackers are very, very smart. Now, what is the work given to y'all is list out cybercrime which you find in your surroundings. Okay, now I want you to write down certain cyber crimes which you know, which you have heard of. You can ask your parents, you can ask your friends, and you can make a note of it. Okay. Now, what are the protecting measures what we can take? Okay, protecting ourselves from the cyber crime. This is a very important issue what we need to take care of, right? Cyber safety and security. We need to be safe when we are using the cyberspace. Cyber safety is the safe and responsible use of information and communication technology. What is it? Cyber safety is the safe and responsible use of information, okay, which we are using the information safe and sound and using the communication technology. It is not just about keeping information safe and secure, but also about being responsible with that information. Okay, it's not just keeping information safe and secure. No one will come, so I will keep this in a safe mode or in a secure mode. But it's like responsible with that information, being respectful of other people online, right? And practicing good iniquities, internet etiquities, right? This is what we should be following. We should not just keep information safe and secure. No, our information we keep safe and secure, and others' information, it shouldn't be there. We should respect others' information also. Okay, that it is the work of him. So we should be respecting that also, and we should not steal that. Keeping our safe and taking the others granted. No, we shouldn't do that. We should be following or practicing the good manners or good safety measures what we can take on the internet. In recent years, all systems are exposed. In recent years, all systems are exposed due to internet, right? All computers have the internet connection. Hence, there is increased challenge in maintaining and protecting them from the hackers. So we have a challenge, right, to protect from the attackers. Any organization plays a key role in promoting internet safety. Okay, there are many organizations who play a role, a very key role for protecting the information on internet. They are primarily responsible for keeping systems, computers, secure and functional network devices. Now, many organizations, big organizations, what they do is they have their own domain, they have their own servers. Okay. So whatever employees details they have, whatever information they have, they are storing it on their server itself. So the others cannot come into their network, come onto their server. Only the employees can be added up in their own domains. Okay. The overall sequence from identifying threats to protecting and recovering from the cyber attacks and threats for organization. What are the overall sequences? Okay. What are right from identifying till protecting? What different things? Or protecting and recovering also. If something is lost with the help of virus or with the help of some other threats, then recovering is also necessary. We can't just lose that data. Okay. So first thing in that is identify threats and risks. What risks can be there? What threats can be there? We need to identify that. The system computer operates slowly with more response time. The computers obviously operate slowly. If the system crashes suddenly and unable to download updates, that is also one reason. It's a risk factor, right? If the system crashes suddenly and no updates have been done. Okay, so that is a risk. Appearance of new unfamiliar icons or messages on a desktop. If the desktop is seems to be unfamiliar, I did not install these kind of softwares or apps, and they are seen on my desktop, right, on my home screen. So that time I should be aware that something wrong is going on in my computer. That is also a risk or a threat, right? Next, protecting of data. Protect the network with firewall. How should I protect the data? First thing is I should have a network with firewall. Okay, and that firewall should be on. Why that has to be on? Because the other people, those who are there in other network, cannot come into my network because of the firewall. Create different logins and strong passwords for different users, right? This thing also we can do. We can create different logins. For manager a different login, for a receptionist a different login, for customers different login. Yes, we can do that. Use only verified open source or licensed software and operating system. Use only licensed software because they are verified, right? So next, prohibit use of personal devices on the network, such as personal USBs or hard disks. Prohibit or avoid using these kind of your personal devices. Okay, if you have your personal information in your personal USB or hard disk and you are using that on the computer, If the computer data is not secured, obviously my hard disk data also will not be secure, right? Protect your Wi-Fi connection with secure password. Yes, your Wi-Fi connection also, if you are using a Wi-Fi connection, see that you are using it with secure password and WEP, okay, encryption. That also has to be done. So encrypt the network traffic, okay. No one can come into your Wi-Fi connection and they can use it. It shouldn't be done. I have to protect my data in these kind of steps. How to recover from cyber attack? After the cyber attack, data should be cleaned. After any attack has been taken place, then I should clean up my data, recover and store as much as possible. I should clean the data, I should recover the data and store the data as much I can recover. Investigation should be carried out with support from an professional expert, right? So we should call a professional expert who can investigate on my attack. Measures should be taken to avoid reoccurrence. Again, it shouldn't occur, so we should be taking certain measures for it. Educate your stakeholders, okay, students, staff, or business parties, whoever it is. You should be introducing certain courses or lessons or activities for students and teachers on major components of cyber security and safety. So you should take care that you are educating people, educating your colleagues about this cyber security and what safety measures they need to take, how they can be safe and secure by this cyber crime. Okay, so this is for today.